Wait, what happened to my camera? Camera.
Hey, can I seriously play with you?
No, I don't want to play Resident Evil 6 unless I'm playing with my friend. And I want you to play with him.
Why can't I play with you?
Because I don't want to play the game again. The whole idea was to stream with him at the same time.
He doesn't care about you. I care about him.
Yes, but I want you to play with him. Because I want you to get to know him, because he's funny. He's a funny guy. I can hear myself on the chat. But yeah.
You gotta tell him this video is sponsored by Meaner's Kitchen.
This video is sponsored by Marion Kitchen. It was sponsored. I mean, we already finished eating. It was actually really good. Yeah. It was good, guys. It was good food. It was good food. If Sam is still here, I don't know. Sam might not actually be here. She may have gone.
Well, if you're gonna play video game, I'll go see Paul then.
See, it's not safe out there.
Well,
Are you done? Are you done doing your homework?
Well, I mean, I'm burned out. I mean, I can keep studying, but I don't think I'm gonna absorb as much. Pretty burned out at this point. I did 3 chapters.
Hmm. 3 chapters. That's a lot of chapters, Elon. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, why does it always do that?
Hello?
This thing is ridiculously long and never updates properly. I'm stuck in a mirror. There. Thank you, Control. But yeah, Sam, thank you for the wing suggestion. My wife also thanks you. She said that the wings were delicious. I thought the wings were delicious. They were really good. Wonderful and tasty. Especially the Thai stuff. It was Thai stuff, right? It was like hot chili Thai stuff.
Mirren is a franchise, so they might have it over there.
Are they really a franchise? I thought it was like a locally owned place.
No. Mom and Pops don't really exist anymore.
That's crazy. Well, whatever it was really good. And I enjoyed it.
Where does your friend live? Let me see if they have a Mirren in their area.
Well, just Google Mirren and see what you can find. Because it was good. I'm doing a puzzle and I don't know what they want me to do. Is it one of these? Is it one of those? Am I supposed to just mirror it? Clearly. Oh, look. Everything's all mirrored. That's so funny. Oh boy. I'm stuck in a mirror. But yeah, the meal was great. The Korean barbecue fries were really good. The wings were delightful. I'm just happy. I'm a happy camper. And Mirren was a good choice. Mirren now has the spicy miso ramen, which is also pretty decent. Wait, can I open this? I can't open it in the. Oh, is it tied to the computer? Is that why? Oh. I understand now. I'm supposed to solve the puzzle and then.
I guess they're not a franchise.
They're not a franchise. Yeah, I didn't think that they were a franchise. Also, welcome back, Omni. Thank you. Thank you for coming to join us.
They're
want to work at Marin. You really want to work in food service?
I mean, I technically have
Someone's in there.
Someone's stuck in the mirror. Is that me or is that you? Really, Jesse? I like how the Jesse in there is like wearing a different outfit.
I seriously can't play with you. Why don't we play another game then? What if not Resident?
I mean, that's fine, but my plan is to play Control because I want to beat this game. And I like this game. This game is really cool.
You don't always have to beat a game, like, right? Back to back.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm enthralled with the experience of Control. The game is calling to me. It's saying, play me. And I'm saying, whoa, you're high. People who know this game, like Omni, know that this game is crazy.
Well, if he knows your wife, he would probably know she's crazy too. Much more crazy than your stupid game.
I appreciate that even the name is written backwards. I don't know if you saw it. Since I'm in a mirror world, everything's in reverse, and they spelled Jesse's name backwards, Silong. Did you see that in the subtitle? That they did that? Oh, Lindsay said, I'm going to eat dinner, but I'll be there in a little while. Okay, that's fine.
Who's Lindsay?
Lindsay was also in the chat, and she said that the barbecue fries tasted really, or sounded like a good idea. And I have to agree, it was a good idea. It was very tasty. You're pooping in again? Well, that's not good. Make sure you wipe when you're done. Ask him what?
Ask him what games we should play. Husband and wife.
Always poop out, never in. Well, really, it depends on what you want to play, Ceylon. Like, what do you feel like you could play? That's
I
the.
want players that you, but you're the beat.
Listen, I don't want to play that game again because the whole idea came from my friend PK. He's like, we should play Resident Evil 6.
He's Pokai, you know PK.
Yeah, I know
Did you
Pokai.
tell him that? You should
I have not told him that. No.
You know what PK is? It's like falling off the street and dying. That's what Pokai is.
You don't want to put your
But anyway.
I have not told him what Pokai means, but I probably should, because I think he'd think it was pretty funny.
It's like, yeah, just fall off the street and die. It's like a hobo, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like tumble, like fall on the street.
You mean like trip and fall, like a pratfall, like like comedy sometimes where they fall down and they hurt themselves?
Yeah.
I see. The real Omni Boy.
Exit.
I have to defeat Essage. Do I?
Is that yourself?
Yeah, but she's like in a mirror. I have to defeat Essage. This is weird. I don't like this. I mean, I would say let's play Fall Guys, but Fall Guys is not single. It's not multiplayer on the same console. She just moves around. She also has a lot of health apparently, and she's killing me. And I don't have enough health. Essage. I should probably be more careful with the health. And like keep throwing things at her.
Pale imitation.
Well, she still has health, so what?
Another one.
Another one. I didn't even know this was a thing. It surprised me. This is like a power battle. You're right. My name is Jesse J. Oh,
grab stuff too. Look at that.
she threw it at my head and bonked me. Yeah, I took too much damage in the first phase. So that was my bad. It's the thing that makes me most excited about a potential sequel. The mirror world makes you excited about a potential sequel? Or the Jedi power battles? Alright, well. There's a puzzle here. It looks like that. Is there more lore? I don't know which one to do on that computer screen. I'm guessing it's a mirror of that. Defeat Essage. I'm in the mirror world. Yeah, I see it's a mirror. Yeah? Well, that's a mirror of that one. Last time I did it, it unlocked immediately, though. Well, I guess that's not it. Oh, honey, honey, ba 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 ba. Maybe since you're in the mirror world, can you do the opposite of that? That's what I thought. That's what I tried doing at first, and it wasn't working how I thought it should. Now it just doesn't seem to be triggering at all. So I think it's got something else to do with other things. Like maybe something like that. It is the expedition suit. It was so easy, man. You should have seen it. It was no problem at all. Barely an inconvenience. I'm putting in work. I'm just playing, you know, it's the weekend, so I'm trying to put my time in. My life is going to be ending very soon. Because I got a lot of work coming up that I have to get done for...
What's my wife is going to be ending?
My life is going to be ending soon, my free time. I got a lot of stuff coming up that I have to take care of.
You didn't tell me this. Oh, really? You telling all your string friends and you didn't even tell me about it?
You were the first to hear about it. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't.
It's about the tests that I have to take. I have to study for them.
Oh, but it's not like immediate, like next week.
No, I mean, it's not immediate. I'm just saying I'm trying to enjoy my free time because I'm going to have to go back into study mode. Oh, no. But yeah, I got to get in right in the mental headspace to get ready for school stuff. I can play Mario in Super Mario World with you. I got a new game. Super Mario 3D World. And we can play up to 4 players with it.
Another one.
That is a fun game for a party. Thriller. He does. That's the problem. He does, Elong. Like, he doesn't keep a video on demand of his stuff, though. If he did, then he would probably get his channel taken down from copyright alone. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, that's why it's a problem on Twitch, because people, if they're playing copyrighted stuff or stuff that doesn't belong to them on Twitch, that becomes an issue.
Well, that's what DJs do. They DJ.
You're right. Whoa! A piece of metal just bouncing off of Essage's head. I haven't looked too much into it, Jesse. So I'm trying to go into it as spoiler-free as possible. But I have heard good things about the Bowser furry. Uh-oh.
That better be all of them.
Altered manifestations may occur. Defeat Essage.
You want to play?
I mean, I want to play Control, yeah. I promised the people Control, and people are here for Control. However, tomorrow we can do the Mario deal if you really want to do it. The Mario. Or, if my friend wakes up, we can do Resident Evil 6 like he said he wanted to do, and then you can play, and then I can commentate while you guys play. That might be fun. That way you can be the cool characters. Yeah, either that or he's got into some family stuff. Keeping secrets. He did say he had an issue with Dogecoin of all things, if you can believe that. You know, you remember the whole Bitcoin thing that's happening, and like there's a bunch of money that people are making from buying coins, digital coins. He apparently tried to get some Dogecoin and tried to sell it, but he got scammed or something. It was a bad scene. So he lost a lot of money, a couple $1,000. It was not a good time. Yeah, he was not very happy about it. Just put it that way. So yeah, I think he said he had to take care of some stuff. What are you doing? Why do you keep touching my face? You just ate.
You're not letting me touch anywhere else of your body.
Is this supposed to be a puzzle, or is this just
Like, talk to you.
I'm talking to you right now. I'm explaining to you what happened to my friend. Dogecoin. So yeah, he got hit with some Bitcoin stuff, some Bitcoin nonsense. And yeah, it's not a good scene, let me tell you.
Do you even like me?
Do you like Dogecoin? Do you like stock markets and losing lots and lots of money?
I told you to buy some stock.
No, that's the opposite of what was a good idea, because he lost thousands of dollars. Plenty of people lost a lot of money.
People do stuff, but doesn't mean that's gonna happen to you. Are you gonna just buy something?
If you buy risky stocks, yes. That is literally what happened. All AMC, GameStop, all that crap, it crashed multiple times. Because people thought they would get ahead of it and try to make money off of it, and so some people made money, but most people didn't. So yeah, it's not a good idea. Like, literally not a good idea.
There are people that do, though. You always hear stories about people doing, like...
You hear people who make risks, and sometimes the risks pay off. It's like gambling.
But, you know, I'm telling you, like, the news, how the news shows these days, unless it's on fire, it's not worth it. They always report, like, sad news. They don't ever report when somebody is, like successful. Like,
Yeah, it's gambling. It's gambling, it's not investing.
They don't put them on the...
There's a difference between investments and what the stock market
Hey,
is,
you're
which is
doing
gambling.
neither, okay? So shut the fuck up.
I'm investing. I have investments. I have retirements. I've got stuff in low risk stock. Yeah, like right here. Buy a low risk stock, invest in green and 3D printing. That's a good idea.
You can put more into your, like, I'm just saying, like, your retirement is like, you're going to wait like 20 years or 30 years before it actually has something. And it's for your retirement.
Oh yeah, that's the idea.
I'm just saying, you have some money in a savings account, it's sitting there. Might as well just, like, put it in a fund, a trust fund or something, so it could make a little bit of money.
Are these supposed to be like timed at the same time? Why is it shaking? You'll see that's shaking, right? Am I crazy?
You're not explaining.
But that one is not synced. There we go. Everything is shaking. Everything is shaking. But it's not doing anything. Is that supposed to unlock something, or am I like just barely, ever so barely off? I think it's like barely off. Yeah, sure. So I sit here like wasting time playing with all these cradles. Also, hey, Korg of the Dead. I saw you pop in there with some advice. If green energy ATFs don't do well, I don't think the world at large will do well. You know, that's like betting against. That's like betting against the world. Betting that the world will do badly. Yeah, we do need those to work. Let's see. I mean, are they supposed to be mirrored between each other, I guess? Yeah, see, it's not. I'm not timing these right. Oh, it's two halves of the same the same hole, I guess. Come on. Yeah, I can't seem to get it right. There we go. No. Why can I not do this right? I don't know where the trigger is. I mean, they're mostly in line, right? Well, now they're not shaking. Should they be shaking? Oh, come on. This is silly. All right. I want to get them all there, right? The one on the right is off. Oh no, I hit the... Oh wait, I just saw it. I just saw it shaking a minute ago. Let's try it again. Oh man, this sucks. Okay, there we go. It took forever to get to that point. So I'm inside the mirror. Those are shaking, and then I have to go through the mirror on the other side, and I guess do a similar puzzle on the opposite side. All right, and I got whatever that was in that video. So I guess the other puzzle like the one with the computer monitor? Is that the one that's like also triggered to something? I thought it was part of a picture, but let's go through here. The solution is in the same room. See you long. I mean, you got all these puzzles, all these different pictures. There's no need to be sad. There's no need to be upset. What do you think it should be? I thought it was like that. But it's not.
It's like some company logo that has some other things.
It looks like, it reminds me of like Portal, you know, like Portal Valve. Like that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Dad, you're making my eyes turn.
I mean, you see like one there, and then there's a block there. Yeah, like the Aperture Labs logo, exactly. I couldn't think of what it was. Thank you. So I thought it was that one, but it doesn't seem to be that one. And like there's a ton of them. Like they've got that one, they've got that one, they've got that one. I guess they're tesseracts for sure. The answer to this one is on the other side somewhere too. Okay, well I guess we'll go back through the mirror. All right, Jesse.
I wonder what the Bureau was doing with this thing.
Let's go through the mirror. Hello. Now we're on the other side. If I cleanse it, can I go back? That's the real question.
Well,
I can.
now,
All right, cool.
This is gone.
Self-reflection, get it? Self-reflection, waka waka. See, I come over here, and then this one has that one, right? And then this one matches, but then this one doesn't. And this one is similar again, and then this one doesn't. And then if I go over here, you know, I see this one a lot. I see this one with the two darkened walls with the light floor. And then in the mirror it's flipped, which makes sense because we're inside the mirror. This one says classified. I mean, is that the one? It was hard to say. Let me go back to the other room real quick. And do you see the computer screen? Look at that screen. I see that one. My wife is beautiful, everybody. I want you all to know that my wife is a wonderful person. She is amazing.
Things like I'm pointing a gun at you. Stop.
You're pointing your hand at me.
You can't do that.
Foxy Long. Check out our website. Oh, wait, no. I just not type in Fox. It's a lot easier than what I think it is. She is currently selling some photography, so check her out. If you're into art, she wants to love because she's feeling kind of sad right now. And she keeps putting her hand in my face because she wants to be on the camera, apparently. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. That's it. We found it. But why would it be on this side? Alright, well, I'm going to take a picture of this with my phone. I'm going to catch it in 4K. Quite literally. And then we'll see what happens. Let's go back. Now we're in the mirror, and this is the other side. And then we'll try either to do, it's probably going to be a mirrored of the one I just did. Excuse me, goodness. Okay. And then we gotta like bring it all the way over there. So that's the exact mirror, or that's the exact same, but it's not the right one, so it's got to be mirrored. Alright, so solid on the other side, blank on this side. Yeah. Oh yeah, so it was just mirrored on that one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And of course, it's nothing special. My least trusted emergency contact. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know if I should feel good about that or bad. Thank you guys for coming back to join me. I appreciate it. You know, I had a pretty good amount of you here the first time. Now everyone's back for more, and I'm okay with it. So her nickname is Fox. Her first name is Ceylong. So her whole website is foxceylong.com, and her studio is Fox Ceylong Studio. Lately, she's been doing a lot of photography. You know, both as a hobby and as a business venture. But I mean, obviously, she works a full-time job like me. But the photography thing is the thing that she does for fun and profit. And she's currently going to school right now. I got my graduate degree last year, and now she's on track to get hers pretty soon too. Yeah, I tagged out, and now she tagged in. But yeah, she's showing at a local town show, like a local art show. However, you can purchase artwork online, or if you want to just reach out to her, if you see like a photo on her website or on her Facebook page that catches your interest, you know, of course we can get you prints if you like anything you see. So support your arts, local arts, and support arts of people you know, because artists are very important. They bring joy to us. I should also give a shout out. Speaking of art, I should give a shout out to Korg of the Dead. He's working on a video game with the guy that I'm supposed to be playing Resident Evil with. But Korg of the Dead is working on a channel. You should follow them. They're making a game literally called Korg of the Dead with a mutual friend of ours called Project Katana. Project Katana is really into Resident Evil, and it was his idea to play Resident Evil 6 because he's on it now. So he wanted to do co-op, and I thought it would be fun to like maybe do like a co-op stream. But I think he's asleep, so there's no telling where he ended up. That'll probably happen. And I also wanted my wife to play too because she likes Resident Evil 6. She enjoyed it because of the multiplayer function. Oh, you know, if he was alive, I'd be playing that right now probably, but he has not responded to any messages. He did say he was going to take a nap, so he's probably relaxing. Oh, come on. Hello. Okay. We want sympathetic resonance. Why is this so hard to time? Takoyaki is a type of octopus food. Also, Ben told me that you're half Chinese, Korg. Is that right? That you're half Hispanic and half Chinese? Wait, is that it? Oh, you're not Hispanic at all. Oh, okay. So you're full Chinese, or you're half Chinese? I don't know. He didn't do a very good job of explaining. What is it? Was that the result, Jesse? Like the mod that popped up? Also, how have you not played more Resident Evil games? I'm surprised you haven't played more Resident Evil games. They're actually pretty decent. Half Chinese, half German, English, Irish, Scottish. So half European and half Chinese, in other words. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we're celebrating with a group of Ceylong's classmates, and we're doing the Chinese New Year tomorrow. So I had to clean the house up. Lunar New Year. You're right. And yeah, we're gonna have a group It is my year this year. It is the year of the ox. Oh, you had hot pot? Nice. We haven't done hot pot in a while. It's really good though.
I thought about it, but again, I didn't want to be responsible for feeding everybody, and I don't want to.
Well, they better bring food then, because otherwise we're gonna get mad. Yeah, Wirt and I, this is our year. It's a lot of work, but man, is it good. I mean, you already know.
Where is also ox?
Wirt is also an ox like me. We're both oxen, ollie ollie oxen free. Ollie ollie oxen free. Yes. Brief mortal. This guy's hanging out for a new haircut. Oh, I did? Well, let me kill these dudes while I'm here. Do I like what?
Yeah, tomorrow I gotta, I don't know. We have that chicken, and we're gonna just cook some chicken and some rice. I think the chicken is already cooked, but we could just put it in the oven, but yeah.
You're a snake? Oh no. Well, that's gross. More like liquid snake. Ah! Oh, it's my outfit. Asynchronous suit.
But if you, I don't know, if you want to, I don't know.
Cool.
I can start on the paper, and then we can.
No, you're gonna focus on the thing tomorrow because we got a thing. We got a group of people coming. Yakety yak, don't talk back.
I'm not focused on it.
Because we got people coming.
Well, I'm talking about free, so you can help me out.
Have you seen this game at all, Korg?
Would you be able to cook?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to make.
Well, I'm just the chicken that Daisy gave me. Just pop it in the oven, and then cook. Well, use the rice cooker to cook some rice.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm planning on doing. I mean, they wanted to go to homecoming, so there's gonna be food there, which is like okay. What's the point?
All right. Well, here it comes. We're gonna keep secrets.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Can you help me on the line so I can?
Since little Topher is taking a trip with his father into the world outside our wonderful bureau, I think it's a good time to talk about secrets. Who can tell me what a secret is?
It's something you hide from everyone so they don't get scared.
Partially correct, Topher. A secret is something you don't tell anyone outside the bureau. Because people outside the bureau
aren't ready for the truth of reality.
Very good. When you tell someone a secret, you're hurting their brains very badly. Now,
They're for kids.
What exactly is, or
you know,
isn't
for kids.
a secret?
It's for the kids.
First, we have a rainbow. Secret or not secret?
Not secret.
Correct. And the true version of rainbows?
Secret.
Correct.
The true version.
Not secret.
Correct. And the Alpine Chimera?
Secret.
Topher. Too many slip-ups and your father will have to go on vacation without you. You don't want to end up like Meg, do you?
What? What happened to Meg?
I'm not allowed to go outside anymore.
Correct.
Alright, Mr. Bones. Thanks a lot, Mr. Bones. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to read. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to read. I thought it was lots to see, but apparently we have to read. They're making a joke because there's so many freaking logs that you have to read through to get, you know, all the reports and everything you gotta read. Because of the lore. There's so much lore in this game. Ah! So much redacted lore. Alright, let me check my missions here. I can probably take out the rest of the mold. Silong! Silong! Where are you, Silong? Are you okay? What's happening to you? Do you need help? How am I supposed to do that? I can't do that for you. That's a private matter. Why are you watching the stream and putting poop emojis in the chat? What's wrong with you?
I'm not watching the stream, I'm watching an ad.
You're putting ads. But you're still putting poop emojis in it. My wife loaded up the stream and it gave her an ad. Because I'm sorry if you guys saw ads. I don't know what Twitch is doing anymore. You'll end up like Meg. Alright, well. Yeah, all the boobas are dead. USA. Oh, there's a dude. That I've been seeing a lot is Adobe Creative Cloud. The ad that I constantly see is the Adobe Creative Cloud. If I don't see that one, I see the ad for Tinder. And it's like, be your true self. You got to be yourself to have a girlfriend. If you're a woman and you're on Tinder, just use Tinder, and you can be really hot. Just be your true self. And then if it's not that, it's Adobe Creative Cloud, and it's like, you can express yourself with Adobe Creative. Express yourself. By the way, you can express yourself, and you can make up anything you want, because InDesign lets you animate the entire world. Check out today on adobe.com/adobe.com. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. And then every once in a while I do see a USAA ad. I have not seen the Amazon propaganda though. I'm not sure what things you've searched for, Dar, online to see Amazon propaganda. He said it had something to do with like unions or something. What is happening in the plot where I am? Well, I've saved Dylan. He's in his box. Dylan's in the box. He's hanging out. I am now going to the prime candidate area. I have not done the ashtray maze because I can't get there. Yeah, he's inside a little crate, and he feels good saying the words. So he keeps saying the words over and over again. You know, the words. That's what I was saying to you. That's what I was saying earlier, Dar. The words that these people say, the hiss just makes them say it over and over again because it feels good. Well, no, I'm killing enemies now because there's a, there's just enemies you gotta kill, You just gotta kill them. I mean, like, why not? Also, there's mold in Central Research that I have to kill, so we're gonna do that while we're here. I have to look for plots of mold. These mold things are new. I mean, the obvious place to check would be like on the first floor, because there's a bunch there. And then, yeah, and then he said baby, 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 yeah, which I thought was a Justin Bieber reference. Baby, but he didn't say yeah, he says baby, 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 oh. Well, if you see the mold, you eat the mold, and if you eat the mold, then it kills you. And some people want to eat the mold because it smells good. It's not actually mold. Like it's organisms that like procreate and disseminate like mold using spores. And then you smell it and it smells good. And then you want to eat it. But you shouldn't eat the mold, because if you eat the mold, then it takes over every empty cavity inside of your body. And you become a mold man. Really? Did it crash or did Twitch shut him off? Oh, that's not good. And it's funny because the mold men fight the hissmen. They fight each other. So yeah, don't eat the mold. They expressly warn people to not eat the mold. There are signs that even tell you to wash your hands so that you don't carry the mold. So that if you carry the mold, it's a bad thing. But you had this good food and now your belly hurts? Honey, you gotta feel better. I still have 2 waffle fries and they're covered in delicious mold. I mean, Korean barbecue meat. I'm trying to find mold mans. You're right. I'm taking a break.
No, you're supposed to work out 15 minutes every day.
Not every day. I'm gonna extend it to 30 minutes tomorrow. There's lots to do. There's lots to read. It sounds like the music's back, Ceylon. I mean, it says that there's another mold. Man, I don't like these little hide and seek things. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but these little hide and seek things are like the find the one enemy that's hiding in this specific area in Central Research. I mean, like, and that's not the only thing that they make it. Like, the plants was another thing that was like annoying. There were little markers that were like, yeah, check this spot. It's bad enough that it's confusing to navigate. Hey, buddy. I had a feeling you might be in here. Like this one? Like the one I just flew into? Is that the one you're talking about? Ati's missions are not anywhere as near as awesome as Ati. Well, I believe that. But that's not the last one, though. I still need one more. Poco's what? Poco's a dog, Ceylon. Yeah, I've noticed those little surfaces. But I don't know. It's never like super obvious to me until like I walk past it and I look at the floor and I'm like, oh, there's a moldy spot. I love that I can take them out even with the shield on. It's just always like some out of the way place that you walk past 100 times but never got to. You see how much this procs? It's stupid. I've been sitting at 3 bullets that whole time. I think the pellet theory has some weight to it. Not to toot my own horn, but that seems to be what's happening. the increase in pellets plus the 1 in 5 chance is allowing it to proc like a ton. Way more than it should. Yeah, see, this is the one I just found. There's a bunch of mold here. It's like, yoo-hoo, hello. And I just got this one. I see all the sticky notes over here, which is hilarious. Maybe it's not sticky notes, that's just a pattern in the carpet. See, there's mold here, but there's no zombie here, so that means that whatever zombie was here, I've killed. Right? And then I already went back there, into this room, of course. And I'm pretty sure there was a zombie here, and I already killed it. This was the room I came in earlier. So I guess my guess is it's probably like maybe at the top of this atrium. That's the last place I haven't really explored, so let's just go back. Let's go to the top of the atrium and see. Appreciate the alert, Cord. Yeah, you guys give him a follow. He's good people. He's a programmer, he's a pixel artist, he makes music. He's the full deal. He does all of the parts of video games. And like I said, he's making a game right now with my friend Project Katana. Everybody loves Project Katana, let me tell you. He's a trip. One of the nicest guys on Twitch. Well, I would compliment him more if he was awake, but he's apparently asleep, so. He definitely likes corgis. Because the corgis get blueberries every time he's on stream. We should try feeding our dogs blueberries, see if they like them. Okay, well, nothing on this side. Let's go up another floor, I guess. Threshold kids! Alright, we'll go over there. Are you a mold man up here? You're a dead man. I don't think you made it, bro. See, there's mold all over this place, but I don't see any mold dudes. Yeah, the jaw's kind of gross. It's kind of gruesome looking. I've noticed it. And then we were here earlier. We were here in an earlier stream. We went to this room with the other speaker's sound system at the top of the atrium, and we listened to this song, and there was a mannequin in here. But there's definitely not a mold man. Yeah, Wirt and I decided that it was math rock. We said it's math rock. Because that's kind of what it sounds like. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm at a loss. There's at least one or two more in this area. And I have not run into any moldy dudes. Perhaps they're hiding in the bathrooms. I found one in the bathrooms. Perhaps it was the one that was in this one. Listen, Omni, you and I, we're on the same wavelength right now. Our brains are linked. We both ate the mold. Well, I haven't eaten the mold, because if I did, I would have found the other mold heads. Ah, yeah, yeah. And I'm not going down there, because that's a whole other area entirely. Why is this so frustrating? Have I gone in this room? Did I kill this guy? Nope, I didn't. That's where he is. Great. You stupid man! Why do you hide? Stop hiding so much. Alright, I guess we're going to parapsychology. Yeah, they're just chilling. It's like The Last of Us. I guess we're going to Ritual Division, actually. I guess we're going to Joy Division. Oh, I can't go through. I can't get there through here. Cool. Cool. Where does this take us? Maintenance, research center, containment. We're all in research, okay? I don't know what we're researching, but that's where we are now. Float on. Stop spawning. Stop it. Stop it. Dimensional research, we don't want to go there. Because we can't go through there yet. Autobots roll out. Come on, game. Stop messing with my feelings. What is this? Dr. Darling's office? Oh man. Let's keep moving, let's keep moving. Hello? 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 Big cheeky. We could what? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, well I was trying to do that earlier, but you didn't want to. I don't know. That dog is so silly. I can't eat this dog. If you guys have any pets, do you want to like ever kiss them so much that you eat them? Let me know in the comments below how much you feel about kissing, aka eating your dogs. Thank you. Leave a like on this web zone. I have read that in psychology that the desire or uncontrolled ability or whatever to bite or nibble on objects or people that you like, it's sort of it's like an evolutionary thing. That's why dogs do it. Like whenever they like you and they get really close, they might like nibble on you. And you may have felt the same desire to do so with a loved one or a pet, and it's actually completely normal. So every time my wife talks about wanting to eat our dogs, I have a feeling it's because of that. Also, that's the mold, Dar. Come on, pay attention. You're not paying attention, Dar. The stuff that's all over the walls, it's mold. Don't eat it. Did your mom put like her whole mouth over the cat's face?
Like my cat, like her cat was kind of like mean, because she has all sorts of abandonment issues because my sister left and then I left. She was like super mean. I remember my mom never really owned any pets. Never close to animals. So she was so super upset that the cat like scratched her.
Okay.
But it wasn't like the cat wasn't like you know actively like trying to kill you. The cat was just like, yeah, stop it.
Was trying to like swat at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And mom was like upset, so she bite the cat back. And the cat had her eyeballs like super big. Have you ever tried to put like cheese or like flour on a cat?
I have not put cheese or flour on cat. No.
And then the cat would be, when you put it on their head, they're like.
Yeah, cats don't know what's going on when you put cheese on their head. Don't put cheese on your cat's head unless you want to see them do something really funny.
It's flour, I think. Was it flour or the cat?
No, it's like they're scared of cucumbers because they think it's snake, so don't do that. Don't throw a pickle at your cat. That's bad juju. And then don't put cheese on their head, because if you do that, then they just look at you weird.
It's actually not cheese.
Can't handle flour? What's wrong with her? You put the flour on the cat and it just like, it was just like, well, you put foil on the counter to scare them from jumping on the counter. That sound was a lady singing a song, and then she put a flower on her cat's head, and the cat went like that. She was singing in like German. Everybody heard that, Dar. I'm explaining what it is.
Yeah, that's what my mom's cat's reaction was when she did her.
Really?
Yeah, cat is like, what? Human bites? Yeah.
Dar, are you watching the stream on an iPhone? I'm curious. Are you watching on an iPhone? Is that what's going on? Using the Twitch app? Oh, I think I see where I need to go. What are you watching the stream on?
But nobody wants to eat their cat, it's just me.
You're on a Samsung? Okay. I just think you got some delay on your stream. It seems like you got a little bit of delay. That's okay.
This is just you.
I think it's just you, Silong. SMS is the thing of nightmares.
Nobody thought about eating their pets.
I think you're the only one who wants to eat your pets, yes. I've already been through this office. Where is this stupid mold man? This game is...
How do you... Maybe your friends just don't have pets. Who has pets?
Booba is a pet.
Booba is not a pet.
Isn't this like the entire plot of the Pixar short Bao? I don't know. Have we seen Bao?
It's just a clip. It's like Bao, like the little
Like
dim sum.
like a little dim sum Bao?
Yeah.
I love Baos. They're my favorite. Booba is a plant. Last I checked.
Booba is a pet. What pet?
You ran into a weird glitch where the mold man in the office
if you
wouldn't
have
spawn.
pet fish and the fish dies, you have no life.
You shouldn't eat your pet fish.
But it's a fish. That's literally what fish is for.
Fish is for being a pet.
Even Animal Crossing eat fish.
Are you sure about that?
Even animal eat fish. Animal eat animals and animal eat fish.
I mean, animals do eat fish, you're right. However, you shouldn't eat your pet fish.
Why not?
Because your pet fish is your pet fish. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that to your pet fish.
You remember those invert fish tanks? They're like above water.
I had a chicken once that my grandma let me name, but I don't know if it was ever really a pet. If you gave it a name, it's definitely a pet.
Chicken.
If you've personified the animal, it is now your pet. You've eaten your pet. Such is the way of life.
Did your grandma ever let you name a chicken?
I don't.
Grandma kills chickens.
My grandma used to, yeah, she used to dress the chickens. She used to kill them, cut the head off, pull all the stuff out, prepare it. My grandma was fearless.
So did you ever name a chicken?
I never named a chicken, but I used to. It's a Puerto Rican grandma thing. I used to chase the chicken around in the backyard, and it was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you ever catch any chicken?
I did, but there was one time where I chased the chicken, and then it led me astray, and then I planted my feet into a bowl of SpaghettiOs.
Oh my god!
Because my mom used to feed her dog SpaghettiOs.
That's animal abuse, by the way.
My grandmother used to feed the dog SpaghettiOs in Puerto Rico.
You know that's bad for the
And we were going.
You know how terrible that is for the dog.
Well, that dog is gone. That was several years ago. That was 30 years ago. You've caught a chicken? Very cool. Chickens are hard to
You
catch.
know, like SpaghettiOs not good for your dog.
Well, clearly it's not a healthy meal for a chicken. I mean, for a dog. But yes, I definitely chased after chickens when I was younger.
You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me you wasted the bowl.
No, I didn't waste it. I just stepped. I remember being like a toddler. I remember I was dressed super slick. I had the Puerto Rican shirt, the button-up shirt. You know what it's called? The guabayera. I had a guabayera shirt. Guabayeras. That's a Puerto Rican type shirt with 2 breast pockets and like it's nice. They had a little toddler-sized guabayera. I had shorts on, and I had black dress shoes and some white socks. I think it was on a Sunday. We were in Puerto Rico, and we were. I think we had just gone to church, and we went back to my grandmother's house. And so when we back then, my grandmother in her backyard had a bunch of trees. Like my grandfather had grown a bunch of avocado trees and a bunch of other stuff, and put it in the backyard, took care of it. You know the whole thing. And exactly, I was chasing the chickens, chased after that chicken. It got the best of me. And let me tell you, I stepped in that bowl of SpaghettiOs, and I remembered being really, I guess, embarrassed. I don't know. I was a toddler, so I don't know if I had a conception of embarrassment back then. But I definitely didn't like it. It didn't feel good. I was unhappy.
And the dog's food.
The dog came in there. It was like a small little runt that she used to have. That dog is long gone. It was several years ago. And yeah, it was just sad. The whole thing was sad. And so my shoes got messed up. My socks were covered in the red sauce. I vividly remember seeing the red sauce on my shoes and thinking, man, well, because that's like one of my earliest like kid memories, right? It was not a good time. It was just. I mean, yeah, my mom like saw me. I guess I was crying. I must have started crying, and then she ran up to me and she picked me up and like tried to wipe the spaghetti off my shoes, and yeah, it was not a good time. I just remember feeling like ashamed and sad, and I was probably crying. I didn't cry that much as a kid, but that was a situation where I remember crying for sure. Otherwise, I spent most of my time watching Sesame Street. That was my jam back in the day. But let me tell you, not a good day for Hector that day. Very interesting. All right, so what are we missing? Oh, you said you caught a chicken? Rem, is that right? That was your chicken power? Yeah, chickens are weird. Whenever you cut their heads off, it's like, it is true what happens. They run around. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't, but they do, and it's kind of gross. I do remember seeing my grandmother dress a chicken, like cutting it off. Like she hung it upside down, and you know, it's not gruesome really, because it's a way for like it to drain. And it doesn't run around like some kind of crazy chicken zombie. But yeah, like I remember distinctly like the smell was just like super unpleasant, because you know you have to pull all the guts and the gizzards and all that other stuff out, and then you had to pull all the feathers off. And she spent the better part of an hour doing that to get it prepared for dinner that night. And yeah, the smell was very unpleasant. I still remember the smell of the cadaver and everything else just being gross. That part was not as fun for obvious reasons. But let me tell you, man, that arroz con pollo was so good. She made that arroz con pollo silong, Chen. Let me tell you about that arroz con pollo. It was really good. Arroz con pollo. Put some adobo on it. Tasty stuff. I like arroz. You know I like arroz. Arroz. Chicken and rice. Let me get some chicken. Alright, I'm going to save, quit, and come back, and hopefully the dude will spawn, because I have not seen a mold man. About my earliest memory in Puerto Rico chasing chickens?
Bad kid.
How was I a bad kid? I made a mistake. I was a toddler.
I had once like lost my slippers or flip flop, and my mom like beat the crap out of me and told me to go.
I didn't go out of my way to make a mess. It would be different if I had grabbed like the dog bowl and flipped it, but I didn't do that. That room that I just walked in and out of, that's not part of Ritual Division, I don't think.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I lost a slipper?
How did you lose Slipper?
Because I was a kid, and when the kids lose things, they're stupid. Like, I remember, like, I was walking around, and sometimes when I would play barefoot, every kid would like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, when I was trying to go home, I realized I could only find one slipper. So, I was kind of sad, and I went home, and Mom started screaming at me and hit me and stuff. So, don't find your other slipper. Without giving me another pair of slippers, so I'm still walking around barefoot.
Okay, that sounds
I
fine.
just thought it was funny. Now you think about it, like you tell me to find a slipper, but you're not gonna give me a pair of slippers so I can wear them and find those. And I remember like I was bleeding.
You stepped on something?
Yeah, I was actually bleeding.
That's not good.
Yeah, my sister's like, your family's blood. Because I was walking up the stairs. And there was every step I take, it almost flat. And I was like, oh, crap. I didn't even realize I was bleeding. That's how again, healthy of a foot I have. I had such strong foot that I didn't feel pain, I guess. But, yeah, the next morning, the little dog found a toy.
The dog found it?
Yeah. He had a little spot.
Cute dog.
He might have taken it, I don't know. He might have
Next time we have to blame the dog. I didn't see anything in there, bro.
stray dogs. But I remember it was funny because it was so dark. It was evening. So I was like, okay, well maybe if the dog smells it, because the dog smells, right? When he was seen.
Mm-hmm.
Human do. So I remember I let the dog smell my other slipper, right? And then he just like, okay, cool. But he didn't find it there, right? He was just kind of like following us, trying to. But the next morning, sure enough, the slipper was there. He found it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That dog was trying to hide it under the ground and couldn't do it.
But now I'm thinking about it, like, why would my mom believe in love with slippers? It just sounds so stupid. Nowadays, you don't think about being a kid to do something. I guess you should.
Beatable. Beatable, beatable, beatable. Yeah, I don't know where that last mold is, Elon. I can't find it.
Maybe if you're nice to your wife, it'll be easy.
Oh, I'm always nice to my wife.
You're like not leaning back with me.
Because I'm getting excited about video games.
You're excited about SpaghettiOs.
No, that was a traumatic.
By the way, your grandma or mom should have told you that SpaghettiOs is bad for dogs. They're not supposed to feed dogs that crap. It's too much.
I mean,
sodium.
clearly it's not good for dogs,
You didn't
but
know that.
I was a child.
None of your family ever told you how to talk.
I was very small.
Even my mom hated animals, and she started to learn how to take care of animals.
I think people back in the day were a bit more nonchalant about stuff. They didn't care as much. Nowadays, people are very self-conscious.
My mom was the same age as your mom.
People, whoa, what the heck is that? Oh, that was weird. Nowadays, people are much more conscious. They're much more woke. To borrow the terminology, I think people are more woke about stuff. They're more mindful of hurting other people's feelings. They're more aware.
Not ignorant.
The ignorance levels are lower. because people care about not offending. Well, some people. I'm not gonna say everybody's that way, but some people care. And yeah. Oh my! What are you doing in here the whole time? You piece of... You stupid mold man!
He's trying to
Stop it! You! I'm so mad at you. You're making me waste all this time.
Did you ever lose a slipper when you were a kid?
I never got in trouble for it, that's for sure. I never got hit. No, don't get me wrong. Puerto Ricans have the power of the chancla. The chancleta. You know about the chancleta. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about that chancleta.
Wrong the first time. Shame on you.
Do not get hit by the chancleta. They will throw it at you like a boomerang. You will get hit by it in the head. Let me tell you. If you're a bad kid,
I've never seen her mom hit you.
you will get wrecked. Girl, I would get hit all the time.
Your mom would hit you with chancletas?
Putting down my fruit just because I heard about getting popped as a kid with the infinity chancla. Y'all already know. She would get you. My grandma, we used to joke. They would like throw it and then like pop you in the head with it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, like that was like the main implement. I never got hit with a switch. Like the switch never happened to me, but I did get. The switch is like a long thin stick twig. No, not a Nintendo Switch. The parental armory. Yeah, switches is like, imagine like a twig or a thin branch from a tree. Now, I grew up in a time where people used to use switches, but I was lucky that I never got hit with one.
Did you ever get hit with metal hangers? My mom loved to use that.
Catch and hangs.
Yeah, see what I'm telling you? Like, they would, if your mom used metal hangers, my mom loved that.
Yeah, see, the hangers is abuse because that's metal. Like, I mean, okay, granted, getting hit is not pleasant no matter how you slice it, but getting hit with like a metal hanger that's got to be.
That's her favorite choice of weapon.
That's not good. You don't want that. I don't want that.
Well, okay, Hector, tell us, if we have kids, what would you use to hit your kids with?
I mean, I would just use an open palm. If I have to spank my kids, I'll do that, but I'm not gonna go like, I'm not gonna get like weaponry, yeah. I'm not gonna get the parental armory.
When I was a kid,
What?
my mom used to use metal hangers to hit me. I would open the window and throw the hangers out the window.
You would throw the stuff out the window?
Yeah.
Just to get rid of it?
Yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's actually very smart.
Yeah, I remember, because I told you, like, Asian people, they sun dry their clothes. They don't have a dryer. They don't use a dryer.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Oh, the wooden spoon. That was another good one.
Yeah, I was sad my mom don't cook.
Yeah, the belt buckle is sad. Like, I did get spanked by a belt, for sure.
My mom didn't really wear belts.
I got hit with the chancla. The worst I've ever gotten hit with, which don't do this to your kids, because I was lucky because I had a hard head. My dad used to hit me over the head with a keychain, like with the key part of a keychain. That's not pleasant at all, and it's not good. He didn't do it all the time, but it was the thing he had in reach. And yeah, let me tell you, it's not fun at all.
You know, my mom, she would hit the head, but she would do this, like knock, knock.
Yeah.
Like right in your forehead, like in your eye, so it will always make me do this. She was like literally knocking on the door, like on her head.
Yeah, that's not good.
She would do
Oh,
that.
she would humiliate you too? Like one time I wasn't doing, what was that? Doing good at my swimming classes. And then she like imitates swimming motions. Oh no, that's sad. Don't do that. Yeah, that's not gonna help. And that's the thing, right? Like you want to be encouraging. Like if you want your kid to do good stuff, I'm sorry that happened to you, Dara. That's terrible.
Note to self: request lock for
Yeah, my mom
laboratory
hated
door.
it. Like she said she like threw all the money trying to get me to learn classes. She took me to ballet classes, to swimming classes, to like calligraphy classes, and piano classes. I just really haven't. I wasn't, really. Stop it. Stop doing that. I wasn't doing a good job.
It's okay. Well, we're better for it now.
They won't be spreading any more mold.
Yeah, she would always compare
Well
to
done.
other kids. So
I'll send burn
like,
teams
why
to
can't you be
sanitize
like
the
that kid?
locations. I'm beginning to wonder if these hosts are
she
originating
loves comparing
outside the threshold in
the,
independent patches of
other
mold
people.
growth. You don't sound very optimistic. Optimism is for farmers, as my mother always said.
What other things
I
have your
suppose you
mom
could
hit
now
you
return
with?
to that his business you
Hold
were
on, let
so
me listen to
concerned
this.
about.
This woman has some incredible tunnel vision.
You got the conversation, then the spanking. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. I don't know. Okay,
Thanks for
so
the
there used to be a thing in the South.
My pleasure.
I remember a time period, especially in the Southeast. I don't know if they did this in other places, but when you were in elementary school, they had the wooden paddle, and it was like a big like a big long paddle, and sometimes it had holes in it so that it can go faster, like you could swing it faster. And I distinctly remember teachers and principals being able to spank children in school. And I think it was some kind of thing where it was like the parents had to give permission. But like that was a thing that happened a lot. Did anybody ever see that or get hit by the paddle?
Why is it all spores now? Explain.
Do you need something?
Explain.
It was a charter school. Well, because there's mold everywhere.
Thanks for the information.
Okay, so the public schools didn't do that over there. You're not, but you knew about it. Yeah, like that tripped me out. Like for me, it was at a public school. They did that at a public school, and I remember distinctly, like it was like a lineup of kids who were in trouble. It was like 4 or 5 kids that they would put out in front of the school, and they would get spanked with the wooden stick. And this was the thing they did in Georgia,
They didn't do that. They don't do that.
which is crazy to me. Like the whole concept of that is nuts. I never got hit by it, but I distinctly remember seeing that.
Used to hit. I don't even think they had to get permission either.
The Swiss cheese Spanky 5000. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Buffalo just shoot out some fungus. Did I tell you that like in like Taiwan, the principal doesn't hit you, but your regular high school like homeroom teacher.
Well, that's the thing. Like I seem to remember, like maybe the parents gave permission, or like it was just understood that that's what had to happen, or.
I don't know, for like Taiwan, you don't ask for permission to assume that they'll do it. But like, oh god, yeah. So what hurt the most, I guess, was like, I think there was one time or something I went out and I'm not supposed to.
Okay.
The homeroom teacher was like, stick out your hand. She hit me with a broomstick on my palm. It was the worst.
Oh
feeling
no,
ever.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the worst feeling ever. But I remember she did it like in class with other classmates and stuff. Now you think about it, it is kind of like the video.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not good.
I think spanking a kid definitely is a must. I just wouldn't do it in front of people.
How do you fix it? Where? Fix the elevator. Is it power cable?
Well, I don't know. I just think that spanking is needed, but the public humiliation is needed. It doesn't really help the children, the child learning. Yeah, I mean, if you need to discipline the kid, please do it.
I mean, you gotta hit your kids. Well, not hit.
Like, spank
Like
them.
discipline them for sure.
Just do it in private.
You can't not discipline them.
It's just you're putting people in an awkward spot. Like they don't want to watch that, right? And it doesn't do them any good.
Ugh.
Where are you trying to kill yourself?
Cube is down there. So my art class was taught the football coach, and he used to put us all and beat up the football kids with art supplies when they were bad. So that's just abuse. You can't do that to kids. 5 years ago. Cube's down there. Blah, blah, blah. Catching wind resistance. There was something that Word said about the conversation. It was I think it was someone mentioned something about water.
Water?
I never did that, but I remember seeing that on an episode of Salute Your Shorts, where if you acted badly, they would make you hold a bucket of water on either side, and that was the punishment. They would make you stand still, watching the other kids have fun, and then they would give you 2 buckets filled with water, and you were expected to hold out the buckets on either side for as long as you could until your arms gave out, because that was the punishment.
I think like the
Yeah, I agree, Dar.
I remember middle school they stopped spanking you, but they still make you do stuff if you act up or whatever. They make you like clean up the floor, pick up trash and things like that. Do you know that they still discipline you in middle school? Because I sure did.
I see it, Jesse. Yeah, I saw what the Automod said.
But you know what I did to get disciplined? I didn't cut my nails.
You didn't cut your nails?
Yeah, that's something you get disciplined for.
That's stupid.
And then they get fussy at me when I use scissors to cut my nails. So I don't use scissors to cut my nails.
Well, you still
told me to cut my nails!
you still use scissors to cut your nails today.
I still do, yeah. But it's not safe.
Oh, it's not.
Well, you were telling me to cut my nails. And it's not like I got nail paper out of my ass. So yeah, I remember that. People they have problems with me. Oh, I use not scissors, box cutters.
Well, yeah, if you're trying to use a freaking knife to cut your hands, then yeah, don't do that.
Are more easier to find than stupid nail clippers.
I mean, if I was your teacher, I would tell you not to do that. Where is this power cube? Is it up the shaft or is it down in the muck?
Did you hear me, honey?
Yeah, Ceylon. If I was your teacher, I would tell you to not do it. That is dangerous.
You're gonna discipline me for not cutting my nails.
So it's down in the muck. Okay, I have to search down in the muck.
You ever have that problem?
I don't think I ever had an issue of like teachers telling me.
American people have it easy because they don't have the freaking hair rule and nail rule and shirt rule, whatever stupid crap.
I don't know. I know Taiwan is different from America, but from the more I hear from what your story is, it's not. Doesn't seem to be that much different. Like they still like, you know, if you act bad, they discipline you. Blah blah blah.
I didn't act bad. I just didn't cut my nails. It's not a good or bad thing. It's just cutting nails.
Cool.
Why is my nails a problem for somebody else? It's my take.
I guess because they don't want you to turn into Wolverine.
But at the same time, shouldn't that be like more like my mom?
Yeah, I mean the parents should be the ones who are fixing it, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. You know, I also feel that like, you know, what does my nail have to do with yours?
People hate when kids turn into Wolverine. That is a thing that happens.
But it's not like my nails were like that.
When you're a kid, especially when the younger you are, when babies get nails, those nails are actually very sharp, and you're supposed to trim them.
But I was like middle school.
But I'm saying when you're younger, for whatever reason, whenever your nails come out when you're a small kid, they are pretty sharp.
With it, it's just my fingers.
Yeah, you don't want to get sharp. You don't want to get cut.
I had box cutters. I remember that.
And so what some mothers will do is they'll trim their baby's nails, but they'll like bite the nails because it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's because they're really thin. Yeah, exactly. And so some moms will bite the nails with their teeth because it's easier to control than trying to use a pair of clippers or whatever. But yeah, I have heard stories from my female friends who have kids who get scratch. Yeah, exactly. What Wirt knows. The scratch is often very thin and as bad as a cat nail because of how small their hands are and how sharp the nails come in. So don't have a baby unless you're gonna tape up the fingertips. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to put mittens on our baby's hands. Gonna put Bernie's mittens on our baby's hands. Slapping gloves on the baby as soon as it comes out the oven. Yeah, catch it and then wrap it up. You don't want to get sliced up. Yeah. I have heard that from more than one mother, that baby fingers are some of the worst, some of the sharpest weapons that you can get cut by. Didn't allow men without belts. Holy crap, Dar. Yeah, Dar grew up in Alabama, so I'm not surprised that Dar has gone through some horrendous things in life.
Yeah, that shit is like, racism.
It's crazy. Yeah, living in Georgia is not that different. I'm gonna be honest.
Deep South.
It's the deep South. We live in the deep South. It's a result of living in the deep South. If Lindsay was here, then she'd know too. I'm sure she could talk about that. I'm sure she could talk on that. What do I want? Do I want this? I want shield strength. Do I want to throw 3 large objects, or do I want to recover? Energy will recover while shield is active. See, that takes 8.
Did you know about
Mama.
babies?
Do I know about babies? I heard about them. What do they do?
Do these people call you dad?
I don't think anybody calls me dad, and if they did, I would probably kick him out of the chat.
But I thought you said.
No, I did it again! Ah!
Can you talk to me?
No, I hit the wrong button. See long you can. Ah!
You're gonna explain.
I reset my perks all over again. See long, please. You have to stop talking.
Said everything. Here, can you tell me
What's that
about-
thing you do where you Legend of Korra?
Here, what do you do when you have a bunch of kids?
You eat your children. You eat them. Ah, I can't believe this. See long, I can't believe
I
this.
don't know why they make it so easy to reset things. There should be
I was
like,
trying.
"Are you
I'm
sure you
trying to
wanna do
think,
this?"
and you just nothing happens.
Word calls you dad. Does Word call you dad?
No, Word doesn't call me dad because we're both dads.
You can call dads dads. Dads can call dads.
Word and I are the 2 dads in the chat.
So who else call you dad? Who calls you dad? But hey, what happened if you're an actual dad? So do they still call you dad? Explain, please.
No,
So if you actually am a dad, they can't call you dad no more?
no,
Really?
that is true.
Really?
Yep.
So Word would be the only dad?
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Sure.
You don't want our kids to have stepbrothers?
No, it's okay. The people call me dad kind of as a joke. Dara's. There was a time period that I don't know how long ago was that. Where it was like probably 5 years ago. It was before everybody started saying dad is like a creepy, like weird dominatrix garbage thing.
Ew.
Like dad used to be like a joke thing that you used to say to people who look like a dad, who would like tell you to do stuff. Yeah, I guess it's probably closer to 10 years. But nowadays when people say daddy, it's like they unironically do it like in a weirdly like sexual way that's like sort of creepy and gross, and I don't want to be associated with that anymore. So it was before Zadeh. Yeah. Nowadays it's gross. To call somebody daddy is just gross and stupid, and sometimes memeable, like TikTok memes. But yeah, it's just dumb. It used to be a nickname that was funny, like ironically, I guess. But now it's like, you have second thoughts about it. So yeah. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Like quite literally, I used to like get on people's cases for making dumb decisions. So that would be the thing. I wasted my points for no good reason, and I'm mad at myself. Okay.
Like that.
Silong, I'm mad.
So you're gonna be dad?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be dad?
Sure, why not?
Are you a dad?
No, I'm not.
Well, do you want your kid to call you dad?
No, I mean, whatever, it's
Well,
fine.
you call your dad pie.
Sometimes a family is 10 dads and no kids. Yeah.
What?
That's what word says.
What does that mean?
Sometimes a family is 10 dads and no kids.
What does that mean?
That means that you have 10 dads and no kids.
So y'all just do each other, or men just do each
Why do you have to go to that point, Ceylon? Come on. Come on, Ceylon. Come on. Come on. Spending too much time in the gutter. Come on, Ceylon.
other? I actually never had dads, so I don't know what dads do.
Dads are cool to hang out with. Dad is sort of like a state of mind. You know? It's like a state of mind. 10 dads. Exactly 10. Alright, well I don't have any more missions to do that are like side missions.
Well, so nobody calls you dad anymore?
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Really?
I don't want it, Ceylon.
Really?
What do you mean really? Why are you so surprised?
Well, I don't know why, all of a sudden.
Because it's gross now. People made it gross. It's a gross thing. It's not cool anymore. It's not a funny, ironic thing to say anymore. It's just like weird and sexual.
Your skin is coming apart.
Then stop messing with your fingers.
You notice that when your skin comes apart?
Yeah. Anyway, I agree with you, Omni. This is a weird stream. This one went to some weird places.
I mean, what am I gonna do with my skin is healing? Tell me what I should do.
Stop messing with your hands. Stop peeling your hands.
Don't stop firing!
My brain is being rotted to a degree of chaos. Chaos control. I have to save these guys. First on the scene, baby. Gotta save these fools. I'm probably going to platinum this game. I have a feeling that I'm going to play it to the point where I'm going to platinum it. It seems like an easy one to get. And as far as I can tell, I've been getting most of the trophies anyway. So I feel good. Zaddy Zyber. But yeah, 10 years ago, it used to be funny to call somebody daddy. Nowadays, it's not. Like, I'll give you an example. Failed? Failed? Did they all die? You're kidding.
Who all died?
All the guys I was supposed to protect, they're all dead now.
Why?
Because they got blown up by kamikaze men.
Why did you save them?
I was trying to, and they just all ran into the arms of the explosions. Don't do this to me, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. I was trying to save you.
Why do you stop?
Well, ask them why they wanted to run into their arms. No one told them to do that. I can't believe you guys. Now you're all dead. You're all dead.
Can you not just redo the mission?
Unfortunately, no, I don't think I can. Well, thank you for that, Omni. Thank you for laughing in my face. I was until everybody died.
You're not scared anymore?
Now I'm fine.
That would make you scared. That would like have the opposite effect of making you scared.
You're probably right.
I'm scared.
Well, you shouldn't be. It's okay to be a little scared, but you don't have to be right now. You're fine. You want to say hi to everybody?
No.
Get on the camera.
No.
Look at my cool penguin friend. We have pillow pets. You guys know what pillow pets are? This is a pillow pet. It's a pillow. It's a pet. It's a pillow pet. My wife had a turtle and a penguin. And so
You're
now
holding the turtle.
I'm holding the turtle over here. Turtle.
I like turtles. I like turtles.
They're very comfortable.
Do you like turtles?
If you like turtles, give me T's in the chat.
I want a pillow.
but only if you're a fan of turtles. If you don't like turtles, I don't want to see anything from you.
You're a monster.
How am I a monster?
No, they don't like turtles. They're monsters.
Television ads like that are the backbone of Gen Z society. See, Omni is a turtle fan. I knew it. I knew I could count on you, Omni.
Who's Gen Z?
Gen Z is anybody who's not millennial. Clearly. Anybody who uses TikTok.
Gosh, I'm old.
I know a zombie that likes turtles. I like turtles. Well, what's the next generation, actually? If Gen Z is over, then what's the next gen?
Gen A.
Gen A?
Yeah, you start over.
Gen A.
Gen A.
Is that really what they're calling it? Gen Alpha? I was not familiar with Gen A. Gen A. Are you being serious right now? Is that really what it's called? Omni, we're on the same wavelength, dude. Gen ZZ, Gen ZZ.
Where's Gen Y then? You went from Gen X to Gen Z. So
Well,
Gen
the
Y.
problem is
Are we Gen Y?
the problem is Gen Y gets mixed in with millennials, quote unquote millennials. Gen Xers. You know, I could be a millennial. I could be a Gen Y. It's just stupid. Like, no one can decide what the cutoff point is. Gen Y2K. All right.
Gen Y.
I mean, that's the intent, but people swear up and down that they're not. Like, they're not the same. I've heard arguments for both, but that's the thing. Like, no one can decide what the time period is. I always understood millennials to be from like
What about Gen W?
1985 to like 92 or 93. Like, it's some weird arbitrary cutoff. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, that's my point. Like, there's an official, but it's like, it's okay, Omni. I'm stretching. There's an official, but it's like no one can decide what the time period is, because I've heard like 3 or 4 different official time periods for what these are. And oftentimes what the news will do is they'll just call millennials like everything up, and like they'll just say, but no, I mean, I know you made that up, but like some people will swear up and down that like that is the cutoff. And then some people will say that 90 was the cutoff. And then some people will say something arbitrary like 93 and a half is the cutoff. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then the news media will say millennials are just anything that is a young person that's problematic to older people. Like, that's effectively what the sentiment is, which is stupid. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Hello. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do the face of the enemy.
No.
Because I can't seem to do anything else. Stop. Millennials were not hipster. No, not necessarily. Hipster's a different thing. I mean, yeah, I guess hipsters
Hippie.
Hipsters are regional people. People from like Pacific Northwest that have beards and lumberjack clothing. But like, there's Gen Xers in my area. The people down here in the southeast are goth. That's a lot of Gen Xers are goth people. If you were living in the northeast,
Emo.
then you were probably yuppie or that type of clothing. If you were living in the Pac Northwest, then you were a hipster. So I don't know. It's regionally, depending where you are, that's what it is. What? No, I told you no. You had your chance, and now you don't want to. You have to eat the banana.
I don't want the banana.
You don't want a banana?
I just can't keep streaming. I have to get off.
Okay, I'm gonna go to containment and I'm gonna go to turntable. Wiki wow. Hipsters in Athens were called townies? I think I've heard that before. How do I get to the turntable? Right there. There were hipsters in ancient Greece? No. No, they were not. I don't know what that reference is, Dar, but no, there were not. Okay, we're back where we started. Very cool. You can show up in the camera if you want.
No. Nobody wants to see you.
Wait, am I getting hurt by this? I better not be. Yeah, there's actually, if you study like geography, there's a lot of, there is an Athens, Georgia, but like there's an Athens, there's a Rome, there's an Albany. Like there are several towns that are taken from Greek and Rome places that you see in a lot of different places. Like Augusta, Georgia is technically a Roman name, like Augustus Caesar. There's an Augusta in Maine. There's several Augustas, and if you do a survey of geographical names of cities, oftentimes they will name themselves after Greek and Roman, either places, people, things. I don't know why. It's silly. But yeah, you see that, and you also see a lot of, white people couldn't be bothered. There's also a lot of, like, Washington. There's a lot of Washington. There's a lot of Martin Luther. There's a lot of, I mean, y'all know. Y'all already know. I don't have to tell you all this. But that happens a lot. All right, let's keep it going, keep it going, keep it going full throttle.
Oh, you got me on the camera. I'm sneaky, but...
I was trying to get you on the camera. Downtown Athens has a Mason-Dixie line divided Towny side from the creek. That's pretty funny. Omni got my reference. Thank you, Omni. You truly are a musical man. Ordinary sterling ordinary dump site. Alright, guess we're going to the turntable. Oh, how the tables have turned. Access the ordinary area by rotating the turntable tracks. I think I'm actually a little bit too powerful for regular enemies now because I've spent too much time in the jukebox place. Why?
Yeah, you don't see those chairs?
Yeah, because they were like in a sensory deprivation study, and then that's when the hiss got them, and they were being studied. So now they're still stuck on their chair, but they still got psychic powers. You know that's how they test for ESP? They put a bag over your head and tell you to read the face of a card. That's a very common test to test for ESP.
What's ESP?
ESP is extrasensory projection, aka brain powers. It's not real, but that's why that doesn't mean they won't test for it. It's a test. They put a bag over your head so you can't see nothing, and they say, "Hey, can you see what this card says?"
Well, why would they see?
Because if you can see what the card says, that means that you're able to see it with your mind. You can perceive it. That's why it's called extrasensory. It's outside of your senses.
What does that have to do with mushrooms and spores?
The spores have nothing to do with ESP. It's just another wrinkle to an interesting story that seems nonsensical at first.
So why are they trying to copy Last of Us?
Why are they trying to copy Last of Us? Because The Last of Us was one of the most successful game series on the PlayStation.
If people hate it the last one.
People, I don't know. I mean, people played it. A lot of people played it. But I tell you what people didn't play. They didn't play Resident Evil, and his name is Wirt. I'm surprised, Wirt, that you haven't played many Resident Evil games.
Control panel nearby.
That is legitimately surprising. I thought you played every single one. You said you played 4 and that's it. Like out of all of them, that's the only one you played?
It won't rotate.
That's legit surprising to me.
Blocking it.
Okay, something's blocking the dealio. Played 5 for the first time last year. 5 is a action-packed romp, but it's fun to play with people. 5 is fun to play with people. 5 is actually fairly important to the story.
Is 5 the one where you punch
5 is the one where you punch rocks, but 5 actually explains a lot about like where the virus comes from and stuff. Yeah, like you know, it's well, spoilers, but it's like it's where Wesker sees his last performance, and it's also where it talks explicitly about the origin of where the virus first came from. But yeah, it's pretty important. Also, it's where you punch rocks. Punching rocks is so vital to the development of the characters that, you know, having Chris punch rocks truly was the culmination of the series. How can you watch the movie? Like, okay, when you say movies, you mean the Mila Jovovich movies, or the CG movies?
Hey, I need a pedicure.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Go get a pedicure.
If you're talking about like the Mila Jovovich movies, then okay. Okay, then that's more acceptable. But if you watch the 3D CG movies without playing the games, I was about to question your sanity.
But what about pedicure?
What about pedicure? You want a mani or a pedi? Mani pedi.
My skin is peeling off of my face.
If you do well on your test, then yes.
You're not my mom.
Well, then I'm not going to do it. Do you think the Monster Hunter movie is going to go hard in the box office? I don't know anymore. Honestly, it might do well like in China or wherever else it's big, but video game movies traditionally just haven't done well. You think Silent Hill did well enough in America?
Yeah,
like
everybody loved Triangle Heads because of that.
Everybody loves Triangle Head.
There was like nobody knows what it is, but ever since that movie came out, everybody dressed like
Triangle Man, Triangle Man.
You didn't know that?
Does whatever a triangle can. Is he a speck or is he a man? Triangle Man.
What was the triangle again? Why does he have a triangle?
It's Pyramid Head.
Okay, why is there a pyramid on his head?
Why does he have a pyramid on his head?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you play Silent Hill and find out?
You won't take responsibility of helping.
Pyramid Head's supposed to be like the sexual id and frustrations of the main character in a physical form.
What?
Yes, Elon. You heard what I said.
The main character?
Yeah, it's like a representation of like it's representation of like his guilt and sexual frustrations, but you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, Triangle Head's like beat up.
Pyramid Head.
They beat up the nurses all the time.
Yeah, because he's like sexually frustrated, and it's like it's a manifestation of his id in the physical realm. I don't know if you just got to play Silent Hill. Silent Hill is a very deeply psychological game. It's spooky. Midhead is very frustrated. See, Midhead. Why do you keep saying Midhead? You keep saying Midhead. When you say Midhead, I think of Midihead. Do you know who Midihead is, Omniboy? Midihead's like an old artist that I don't think he makes music anymore.
So are you saying that if Pyramid Head just jacked off, he would be better?
He has a big sword. He's not gonna jack off. He's
Well,
gonna cut you in half.
frustrated.
Yeah, because he had like a wife or something. See, I'm not gonna go over the plot of Silent Hill 2 on this stream.
Why?
Because I just don't want to do it.
Why?
If you want to do it, you can just watch a video or play the game.
Play the scary game. You don't want to own up to helping me sleep.
There's a lot there. There's just a lot there. More than it's outside of the scope of the stream. It's just too much.
Honey, I really need a pedicure.
That is true. Where I agree.
I have an ingrown nail.
Well, then stop touching it.
Well, I don't know. You need to help me get a pedicure. Can you cut my nails? My toenails? The really bad ones.
I mean, you can file them.
Can you help me?
I feel like midhead should stop being used as soon as a homie wasn't protected. Well, that was the problem, right? From what I never saw the movies, but I heard that they used them in there just for what's the word? For recognizability, for brand recognition, because you know they wanted to sell the movies hard.
For Triangle?
Even though he wasn't supposed to be there.
For Triangle Head?
If we pretend that airplanes in the night sky look like shooting stars.
Oh, Henry, you know that the singer for Bob, he's a flat earther?
The singer for Bob?
Yeah.
What do you mean the singer for Bob?
Bob sang the song. The night plane shooting star. That's Bob. B-O-B. You know?
Really? Oh, B.O.B. Bob. Oh, Bob. B.O.B. Oh, okay. He's a flat earther?
Yep.
Is that true? Is that for real?
Yep, look it up.
That's, that's yeah, I guess it's unfortunate. The movies are kind of amalgams. Yes, and that's the problem with video game movies in a nutshell. Video game movies often, not always, but often, try to do too much. They try to cover too much ground with their source material and thus end up being a rushed mess. A TV show like Castlevania is good because it's more than one episode. That has a great story.
Well,
It's fun. I mean, the last season was kind of whack, but overall, like that was an entertaining watch, and it caught the character and the feel, and it was actually accurate to the video games. But season 3 is when they quote unquote jumped the shark. I also feel the same way about season 3. It was whack. They didn't need to go there, and they went there, and they had no reason to, but they did it, and there was no reason. Yeah, Adara and I feel the same way. They orgied the shark. They orgied the shark. Dar already knows where I'm going with it. So does Omni. It's just not great. So I cannot think of a good video game movie adaptation. I really can't. I mean, I guess Tomb Raider maybe, I suppose. Yeah, there's a bunch of those. I guess those work.
And then Sonic was pretty good.
Sonic was a recent one that was decent. But it took Sonic a long time to get there, Ceylon. Like, more than you realize. And also, I hadn't heard of that, Dar, but I'm not that surprised. What I want to know is what made them think they could do that and, like, not get backlash. There was an episode of Happy Days where he literally jumps. I mean, that's where the phrase comes from. Where it wrote the author that wrote the episode of that. We're quoting Troy. I do appreciate that Omni has seen enough of Community to get the reference. That makes me happy. Omni is now streets ahead. Yeah, you would figure that someone would have said, "Hey, don't do that," but they did it. They definitely did it. Oh, you're in season 2? Great. Yeah. Okay, then that means you're well on your way to community enlightenment. All right. Let's see.
What are you doing?
I'm searching to make sure I didn't miss nothing.
Explain, please.
Explain what?
Explain why you should go to bed. You should think about going to bed. You don't want to think about going to bed?
So literally no one else was there to check on him writing 10 episodes of absolute story nothingness. That doesn't surprise me in the least. I don't actually know. All right. Well, it was like 3 different, like, it was a mess. It was a freaking mess, and I didn't enjoy it. I don't understand where it came from. You can just earn trust. Yeah, I mean, there should have been more self-checking, I suppose. Because, yeah, the first 2 were stellar. The first 2 seasons were great. That one was just like the weird whack, like, let's see what we can get away with.
Have you seen Halo, the movie?
Halo movies, I guess they made a bunch of them. Where you're going to... Everything falls apart literally on the last episode. I don't know what you've heard, apart from our discussion right here, but it absolutely falls apart in the last episode. Like, quite literally, the last episode is where everything just takes a turn for the worst. A bunch of stuff happens up until a certain point. The last episode happens, and then everything happens all at once, and it's just really disappointing. I mean, yeah, it's fine, but I felt like they got to the point quicker in the first 2 seasons, and then on the 3rd season they sort of left it hanging, you know, like major events, and then the last episode happens. Like, literally the last episode happens, and then that's when everything just falls apart. There was a lot of build-up leading into that last episode, and then it takes a crazy turn. I don't know how many ways I can say without explicitly spoiling it, but yeah, the pacing in the Dar is absolutely right. The pacing on the 3rd season is somewhat stilted, and I felt like the shorter amount of episodes on the earlier seasons did worlds better for pacing than the last one did, for sure. I mean, if you got nothing better to do and you want to waste like 8 hours or whatever, then go for it. But just know that literally everything falls apart in the last episode. It's gonna come at you like a brick wall. So I guess the only good example that we can think of a video game movie is Sonic, because like I can think of plenty of bad examples. Like Doom was a bad movie. Nobody liked that. The one with The Rock in it. Silent Hill was okay, but it's like the first one. Ruby goes on for 12 years. Mario Brothers was a fun movie. That's a very nice way of putting it. That's a very amenable and like gracious way of saying it was not great. I guess the Street Fighter movie in retrospect was awesome. At the time, it disappointed people. The first Mortal Kombat movie was decent. The first Mortal Kombat. Did you see the new trailer for the new Mortal Kombat movie? They're making a new Mortal Kombat movie, and it's actually violent.
Really?
Yeah, it actually has blood like the video games. It has blood and gore just like the video games.
Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
Ordinary. Tekken had a movie, and that movie was trash. The Tekken movie was straight garbo. Yeah, I saw that stupid article where Chun-Li was not in the... Someone was complaining that Chun-Li was not in the new Mortal Kombat movie. Yes.
Oh, there was a movie that's
It wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there. So the population of an entire...
There was a King of Fighters movie. Did you guys ever see that? King of Fighters was doo-doo.
Oh, there's a Pikachu movie. Would you consider that a game?
The same thing happened.
Were you in the room when we watched the King of Fighters movie with Marty? Did you hang out with us that day with Marty and Andy at his first apartment?
We know the truth.
Remember when we watched the King of Fighters movie and it was about Tournament World? What's up? Punk, it's super early for you, bro. Good morning. Okay, so you weren't there with us. King of Fighters movie was absolute trash, and it was so fun because we MSTK3'd it the whole way through. It was wonderful. You didn't watch Hitman? I didn't watch Hitman. They got the bald man right. We're just talking about video game movies, KM Punk. Can you think of a decent video game movie?
Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. Does that count as video game?
It does, because it's Pokemon.
That was pretty good.
Wreck-It Ralph is not a video game movie.
It's a movie first, and then it's
Yeah, we were saying Detective Pikachu, I think. We're doing good, Punk. I want your input. Okay, we mentioned Mortal Kombat, but the first Mortal Kombat was decent. Just the first one. The second one was kind of boo-boo. Was not as good. And my wife says that the first Silent Hill movie is also decent too.
These forces just by thinking about it. the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us.
Well, I think Tomb Raider
In our dreams, in the conceptual reality with
The power of our minds.
What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point?
Yes, Lara Croft is a guilty pleasure of mine, to be honest, because of reason. So Punk likes it because of two very distinct reasons.
We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions. Or die trying.
Or die trying. Darling, please. It's not that serious, bro. Punk has two things he pays attention to in the Lara Croft movies. Battleship does count, and it's trash. Rampage is another movie with The Rock, and that movie was also not that great.
Rampage was pretty good.
It was okay, but you're talking about in time with relations. Jumanji is not a video game movie. I'm saying video game movie. And the Zealotry's Assassin Experience. Yeah, Sonic is good. I think most of us think Sonic is good. I don't think Detective Pikachu is all that great. It's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, I don't know. There was that one movie, Uwe Boll. Uwe Boll used to make a bunch of video game movies. Lurking is just so that when you type in !lurk, you're letting me, the streamer, know that you still have your window open and you still have the stream running, but you may not be paying full attention to the stream. And that's okay. It's good for me so that I know that you're not there, so I don't be like, hey Rem, where are you at, dog? Hey Rem, hey Rem, are you still there? Hey Rem, and then obviously I'm talking to nobody because you're not there. But lurk is just a way to say like, hey, I'm still here. I'm letting my stream run so I can give you viewership or whatever. It's just a nice thing to do. So it's okay to do it, but you don't have to do it. I appreciate it when you do it, for sure.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary.
That's cool. Doom was not good, no. Doom was... Doom with The Rock is another guilty pleasure. I don't think anybody's seen the Halo movie. I'm not seeing a lot of Halo people. Hey, look, it's my town. It looks pretty ordinary.
Doesn't Halo have movies?
Halo has like 3D computer graphics movies, and there may have been some stuff that was like real people. Double Dragons? I barely remember that. See, there was a time, there is a time period in like the late 80s, early 90s where there was video game stuff, but they didn't know what they were doing, and they made movies. Oh, hey, look, Streamlabs just popped up. Welcome back. The Warcraft movie? No, I never saw that.
Oh yeah, World of Warcraft has a Warcraft.
China loved that movie, though. People in China ate that movie up. That was like one of the most popular movies in China.
Warcraft. Because World of Warcraft is really popular.
It's popular everywhere, yeah. Yeah, there was a Warcraft movie that came out. That actually came out and did super well in China. Alright, Streamlabs, why are you popping up these messages now, baby? League of Legends cinematics? Yes.
Final Fantasy had a movie.
Oh yeah, there was a Final Fantasy movie. I completely forgot about Final Fantasy. I saw the Assassin's Creed movie, but it was incredibly bad and boring and lacked assassinations. There's nothing like an Assassin's Creed movie with no assassins. That is the worst. What a sad day. I forgot Assassin's Creed had a movie, honestly. So yeah, like, Spirits Within was a movie. You guys remember Spirits Within? Did anybody see Spirits Within? Spirits Within was like a Final Fantasy movie that was specifically a new story just for the movie. But it had the Final Fantasy name for some reason. And then Advent Children, I think Advent Children was the better Final Fantasy movie, if I'm going to be honest. That was a better movie. Did you see that one, Punk? Did you see Advent Children? I'm curious to see what you've seen.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too?
They
Is that where
recreated
they
it?
keep it?
The dump
And
outside of
do you
town?
consider Attack on Titan movie a thing?
Attack on Titan movie?
Yeah.
That's not a video game. Attack on Titan is based on a manga. The Jake Gyllenhaal Prince of Persia. Oh my God, Prince of Persia.
Oh, that's right. It was a video.
It was.
I forgot that it was. Persia is not a country anymore.
Prince of no longer a country. Rem is now lurking. Thank you, Rem.
They say
You're so
when
cool.
you visit your childhood home, everything feels small, like a miniature.
Miniature.
Real. They got that right.
That is true. You got some cars out here? See, yeah, like Uwe Boll made movies like House of the Dead. He did the Kingdom, the For the King or whatever. What's the name of that movie? There was a Need for Speed movie. That's correct. Yeah, I don't think Hollywood has ever nailed it. I cannot think of a video game movie where everybody thought it was a great movie. In the Name of the King, yeah, and it had my favorite actor. My favorite actor.
You have a favorite actor?
Yeah, my favorite action actor. He starred in The Name of the King. Not Aaron Paul.
Who?
I'm thinking of
You told me this.
Jason Statham. You know Jason Statham is like my favorite action actor.
Matt Damon.
By Thomas Zane.
In The Name of the King is like something that's popular in Germany, which of course it's like a Skyrim type game, you know, one of those. The movie itself was entertaining, but only because it had Jason Statham in it. The Crank Man, yeah. The Crank Man. And he also did the Driver movie, that one movie where he drove cars around. He doesn't make as much movies anymore. But Jason Statham was the other guy in the movie The Transporter. Yeah. Transporter movies were awesome. Yeah, I love Ron Perlman's okay. He's fine.
Did Portal have a movie?
What was the name of the movie? The Fast and Furious movie that we saw on the plane? Did we see it on a plane or did we see it somewhere else?
Maybe with The Rock?
Yeah, with The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah, like his sister was like half his age.
Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah.
It wasn't Biggs and Wedge. That's Final Fantasy characters. It was like, what was the name of that movie? The you guys know what I'm talking about. Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, thank you.
I couldn't think of it. I said Biggs and Wedge. Hobbs and Shaw. And honestly, Hobbs and Shaw was a decent movie. I enjoyed it. And I'm not even saying that because I like Jason Statham. I'm saying that because it was actually a decent movie. Like, the movie was cool. Which is wild because I don't know Bimmy and Jimmy. I don't know why anybody would watch all of the Fast and Furious movies. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about the Fast and Furious movies, but they're obviously not on the top of my list, that's for sure.
Hey, you don't remember Mike Oxmo?
Yes,
You
Yellen.
remember Hugh Anus?
Huge anus.
I remember Hugh Janus. It's huge.
You've seen every single Fast and Furious movie? Why am I not
You
surprised?
remember Hugh Janus?
Yes, Elon, I know.
Mike Oxmo? Mike Oxmo.
Mm-hmm.
You remember
I won't
that?
stop looking.
Jesse's
Hugh Janus?
emoting on here.
Wants me to go to New York.
I'm gonna have to listen to this video later.
I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific
I remember.
Something
I was there.
Something hugely important is going to happen. Jesse, you know we can't.
So my psychiatrist was talking to me. All this lore, y'all, and we're talking about movies. I'm gonna have to listen to this later to get the lore. Right now we're just moving along, trying to find the slide projector. Fast and Furious is like Kingdom Hearts or Metal Gear Solid, where it kind of goes on forever. It doesn't make a bunch of sense, but there are some great moments. You know what? That's probably fair. It's just what I don't understand is why are there so many of them? I guess you know what? I guess I do understand. People like cars.
People like cars.
People like cars. People like fast cars. So that's why. But that's what I keep saying. Like, I can't think of
Maybe
a
your
video
dad
game.
texted you.
I can't think of a video game movie where everybody thought it was great. And when I say everybody, I'm not saying gamers. I'm not saying like a specific group of people. I'm not saying fans. I'm saying like everybody. Like everybody who watches the movie thought it was great. Like I can't think. Nothing comes to mind where it's like this is a movie you have to see. You know, like exactly. Well, I mean, Avengers is a high bar, but that's what I'm talking about. Like everybody saw Avengers. Everybody thought it was great. Okay, that's fine. I'll read it later.
Nobody saw a thing.
That's unbelievable.
No, well, I'm not. I'll text him later.
Wait, Jumanji was a video game?
Jumanji was not a video game. Okay, so the old Jumanji was a board game movie, and then the remake that they did with Jack Black and everyone else, it was based on a video game for some reason. But the video game doesn't actually exist. I just think they're doing it wrong. I don't think there's... But that's the thing. I know. There's not a way that you can conceptualize it.
I like Tron. We like Tron.
Tron was Tron first. Tron was not a video game. They made a video game of Tron after they made the movie. And even then, the first Tron was kind of goofy. Tron was not based on a video game, I don't think. It was a Disney thing that they made originally. Then they made an arcade game for Tron, like in the 70s or whatever year Tron was made. 80s maybe, I don't know. And then they remade it into a new Tron. You think they made a Max Payne game? Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim.
I'm pretty sure they made a Max Payne game. So, see, Scott Pilgrim was another weird one, too. Scott Pilgrim was originally a comic, and then they made it into a game. But it's about video game... It has a lot of video game references in it, so it's not really a video game, necessarily. It's not game-related. I heard they're making a Metal Gear Solid movie. I don't know how many times that's been started and stopped. But supposedly it's happening. Pixels does not count, and you should feel bad for mentioning it. I'm always like, no. Ready Player One wasn't that based on a book? See, you're looking at movies about video games, not movies that were based on video. We're talking about video games based... Okay, Alone in the Dark was a Uwe Boll film. That's a good one. Uwe Boll made Alone in the Dark in the same way that he made House of the Dead. Alone in the Dark is like a Resident Evil type game. It's like Resident Evil. Maybe I'll play it on a stream one day. It's a spooky game, but it's like an older game, like the original Resident Evil. Has anybody played the Alone in the Dark series? That's a series I want to know. Punk, if you're still in chat, do you like KM Punk? I mean, do you like KM Punk? Do you like Resident Evil at all? You don't really talk about it. Just curious. Hubert. You think Hubert would get a movie? Yeah, I've seen In the Name of the King because it has Jason Statham in it. I think there's so many great cinematic games like Uncharted or Control that couldn't really gain anything from being movies. I think that's the argument. Like, I think that is the reason why people should stop trying to make movies from video games, because games are a different medium. Arguably, you can say that games tell a story. There is a story to be told. However, the game is the medium to tell that story. Trying to change it... Hey, look, it's the fridge. Remember that? Trying to change it into a movie format, well, it's not impossible. Obviously, it's been done before. The nature of the fact that the movie is a different type of medium, games allow player expression. They react to players' inputs. You know, games are unique in that way. Somebody once said that games are like museums in a lot of ways, because museums house all different types of art. Museums have pictures in them. Museums sometimes have music. The museum has visual art. They have they have stories. Sometimes they have written text. And so that is what a video game is. It's essentially a virtual museum of sorts. There's interactivity, there's text, there's art, art, both 2D and 3D, expression, music, all those bits and pieces is what composes a video game. So trying to distill all that and then have something that resembles the original, you can certainly distill concepts into a movie, but you're losing stuff along the way.
Have you heard of Blood Rain?
Blood Rain? I've heard of Blood Rain. It's about a vampire
It's also
chick.
by Uwe Boll.
Yeah, Uwe Boll did a lot of movies. Uwe Boll was kind of he's kind of, what's the word, infamous for making lots of crappy video game cash in movies. How do you feel about movies that take games that have little to no story and writing a big new story around it? I think it's interesting, but it's not going to command attention because people are fickle. The audiences are fickle, and they want to have relatable characters that they've seen before. And so if they don't have their specific character from the story, then they're going to be like, "Oh man, it sucks. It doesn't. It's not the same story that I'm used to. Oh man, I want to see the story with my main character." So I think that is the right way to do it. I think you should do an original story, but from what I can remember off the top of my head, most movies that take a concept and make an original story from it don't often get well received because of that. What's the best video game TV show? It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That's the best one. How do you feel about movie games, though? Now, you can get a good movie game, like a licensed game. Is that what you're talking about? You can definitely get a good licensed movie game. There have been several examples of that. And arguably, I think there's more examples of licensed properties. None of them are really my favorite. But if you think about it, Astro Boy is a license, right? And they made a movie. Yeah, Mummy Demastered is great because they put cues off of Metroid. You can find great examples of concept, and I think that works more. I think that works more consistently when you're trying to take something that exists as a movie property and make it into a licensed game. I see that happening more frequently than the other way around, for sure. Monomer soundtrack is.
Warcraft.
Yeah, I was never into Warcraft, so I completely didn't watch it.
There's so many Resident Evil movies.
There's a lot of Resident Evil movies. Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Well, there's a Dead or Alive movie.
There was a Dead or Alive movie. Holy crap. Oh no.
Oh no.
There was a Dead or Alive movie. That was trash. I remember how bad that was.
It's like throwing like cowgirls.
Oh, did you guys see the Dead or Alive movie? Oh no, that one was bad. I remember that. That was awful.
It says, with ridiculous plot and comical acting, checking one's friend at the door is required before watching Dead or Alive.
It was you saw it in a red box. Did I play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on PlayStation? I don't think I did. I don't think I have actually.
Damn, there's so many Resident Evil.
There's a ton of them. Beach volleyball was not a movie.
You know what? What is a great movie?
What?
The Angry Birds movie.
You thought the Angry Birds movie was good?
Yeah, it was funny. You remember? Angry Birds technically was a game.
Why did it ruin DOA Beach Volleyball ruined you on Dead or Alive? Why? I don't understand. Because now when people say Dead or Alive, I think boobs. Omni. Did you not? Omni. Did you not pay attention to the game? Did you not see the boobs? Did you not see the bouncing? It was there from the beginning. Omni, please. Omni, please. For some people, it was the feature. Okay, like volleyball, was like a side story. But I mean, come on, come on, really? Are you really trying to say that you didn't notice? Are you that pure? Are you?
There's a Tomb Raider movie in 2018? Where was I? You know that there's a Tomb Raider movie that's not Lara Croft? That's not Angelina Jolie? Did you know
Oh
that?
boy, Omni. I don't know.
Did you know that?
No, I don't know that feeling. I don't
There's
know.
a
I
Tomb
don't know what
Raider
I'm gonna
movie,
do with you.
for the latest game where she has bow and arrow
Yeah.
in 2018.
Yeah. You didn't know? I just knew the cool grapple moves and stuff. Okay, Omni. It's not. Yes, but it's not a very well implemented game. The meta, as you know, revolves around like counters and stuff.
Two Angry Birds were movie?
I did not know that.
There's an Angry Bird movie in 2019.
DOA's meta has gotten slightly better, but at its core, DOA is a counter game, which is a very specific type of game. And if you're not into counter games, then I'm sorry.
Wing Commander. Have you heard of that movie?
I have heard of Wing Commander, yes. Wing Commander is like an old PC game. This has been a very interesting conversation. Ryu Hayabusa was in DOA, yeah.
Lara Croft.
Tekken is a juggle game. DOA is a jiggle game.
Have
Yeah.
you heard of Postal?
I have heard of Postal, yes.
What game is that?
Postal is a game where you just run over people in your car.
Like crazy
It's like GTA without the story. You just go around killing people. Does that mean that Ninja Gaiden started in... I mean, Ninja Gaiden was first, and then DOA was sort of tied into it. Yes, I know Far Cry. Was that a movie? Was there a Far Cry movie?
yeah.
Really? How did I...
By Uwe Boll.
Oh, there. Yeah, it's another Uwe Boll joint. Uwe Boll with his freaking movies. Yeah, they're both Tecmo. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden came first, obviously, but yeah, they're what they tried to do is they tried to tie Ryu into DOA specifically because of that. Which is funny because Ninja Gaiden, like a Gaiden is a side story, but like it's the first game in the series, so I never really understood why they called it Gaiden, which is hilarious.
Is Far Cry a video game?
Far Cry started off as a video game, yeah.
Have you played Far Cry?
There have been several Far Cries. There have been several Far Cries. A lot of them. A lot. You and everybody else were. Everybody called them that. Oh, I completed the countermeasures. I need to hit up a thing.
You know Max Payne?
Yeah, we were talking about Max Payne. The guy who wrote Max Payne wrote this game too. He wrote the story for this game.
I've never heard of a game called Max Payne.
Max Payne is about a cop.
His name is Max?
His name is Max Payne. Oh, here comes important story. All right, darling.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know
like
when.
I said. Need for speed.
Darling
Ooh.
took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Okay. Hello, brother.
Have you heard of Dead Trigger?
I don't know what Dead Trigger is. Face of the
Horror
enemy.
zombie film.
Finish Tango. A Dark Place. Investigate the sector elevator. Huh. Huh. I don't think I know what that is, Elon. I've never heard about that one.
they're making an Uncharted movie?
Yes, they're making an Uncharted movie, and they're not putting the obvious actor in there. They have a different actor, different man.
They're also making a sequel to Detective Pikachu and Sonic.
Well, that's not surprising to me. Everybody likes Detective Pikachu. I was making a joke and online.
Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Oh yeah, they've been making that Five Nights at Freddy's movie for a long time, or they've been working on it rather.
Oh, they're making a Gears of War movie?
They're making a Gears movie. I guess that could work as like a generic like bro shooting person. Well, because Uncharted already told the story in like masterfully. I don't think we need a movie for it. I mean, it might be fun to watch. It would be fun to watch in the same way that watching Lara Croft Tomb Raider is fun to watch, but the story, yeah, Uncharted is arguably already a movie. So you don't really, and that's why I keep saying that. Like, you don't necessarily have to rebuild the wheel, but some people want to do it. If they do, okay, I think here, let's theory craft here and talk about like what would be a theoretical best movie. If the movie featured characters from the original source material, but told a new story that was outside of the realm of the original scope of the games, then you could potentially have a good movie. So for example, if it was an Uncharted movie, it would star Nathan Drake, and it would have his friends like Sully, Sullenberger, and you know, and the girl and everybody else. But they'd be like on a different quest, and they would be looking for another piece of. They'd be looking for the Ark of the Covenant or something, right? Like it's something out. It's the same characters, but like yeah, exactly. It's like a new goal or a new quest. I think that would be the way that you could sell a movie that way, without having to be beholden to the original source material too much. And then what they could do is just like sprinkle in little things that happened. Little references to the game so that people who know about the games know, and like, you know, they could show his little pendant, how he talks about his the ring, you know, whatever, just like little references. You don't necessarily have to like go and try to recreate the film. That would be a good way of doing it, and I think some people have done that to various effects, but I think people who try to like retell the original story will always, it's going to be under the same comparison to the original story, and I think, and personally, I can't think of a good example. You know, nothing has stuck with me. Like, I think that's kind of the reason why Sonic the Hedgehog worked, right? Sonic had a established canon, arguably, but they sort of took the character, recontextualized it a little bit, added some new characters that weren't too annoying. That's important too. They can't be too annoying. And then and people enjoyed it for what it was, because it was a familiar character in a new scenario that hadn't been explored before. I think that's why people found that movie palatable. If you do that, you just gotta do it enough times until you get like the right thing. And in fact, I don't know if you guys seen the robots from Adventures of Sonic. I don't remember off the top of my head. An Overcooked movie. It's called Kitchen Nightmares. Oh, the drill dude and the rooster. Oh god, I can't remember. I don't remember their names, but I know who you're talking about. It's like Dozer maybe, and like, dang, I can't remember. I really can't. Honestly, can't. Yeah, I think I'm at a good stopping point. I'm gonna go back to Central. I'm gonna clear out these enemies first, and then go back to Central Executive. And we'll probably call it a night because we've been streaming for a while. Brain cloud, stay away. I don't think it's that hard to make a movie, but apparently it is. Some people have some crazy ideas. And oftentimes the people who are in the director's seat often don't know what to do to make those ideas work. I'm not trying to say that I could write a movie better than like an established director, but I mean, come on now. Yakuza's got too much going for it, though. I think Yakuza actually probably has too much story because there's so many games. But I mean, you could tell me you've played through all of them or most of them. Well, you don't have to watch the Shenmue movie. You can watch a Shenmue anime coming in 2022. Coming to Netflix. Oh yeah, look it up. Google it. Google Shenmue anime. You'll see. It's coming. Oh, is it coming? If the tone of the movie is shifted dramatically every 10 minutes. That would be pretty funny. Okay, there's something over there. There's something in Sterling Avenue and I can't get there right now. Is this a story place over here? Yeah, Cielong and I watched the first season of the Phoenix Wright anime. It mostly follows the games. It's not exact, but it covers most of the cases. Is this a later area next to this turntable, y'all? Or is this something I can go to now, or do I have to come back to it later? Is this story related? Containment chamber? A1? Later? Okay. I won't try to waste time trying to break in then, if that's the case. I know what I'm saying, but like, is that something I do now, or do I have to do it later? Because I can't activate the turntable anymore. At least not this one. Okay. I'm trying to think where else I need to go. Yeah, of course. Alright, let's see what missions we got. We gotta turn this thing in. Let's turn this in. Shifting fragment. Hey, I needed one of those. Kill distorted in the executive sector.
Hello.
Hello. So if they made it, well, they are working on another Mario movie, but this one's going to be in 3D. It's going to be a 3D movie. It's going to be made by Nintendo, and it's gonna look, at least tentatively, it's going to look like the graphics from the more recent Nintendo games. So that's already in the bag. It's being made as we speak. They're making it already. But Mario should be, like in Odyssey, Mario should be a tiny little man surrounded by normal people. I agree with that. He should in fact be a tiny man. I agree with the sentiment that he should be a tiny man. Okay, I got 4. Ooh, 30% more energy. Sure, I need my energy. And then that way I should not want for more energy. I can dash more. I can dash 7 times now. Alright, cool. And let me check my missions. Investigate the sector elevator and search for the slide projector and dimensional research. So that's the main story thing. I feel like I should talk to Ati again and maybe hit up some other folks. But I want to hit Central. And yeah, I think I want to hit Central, check out my outfits. Because you can't change your outfits anywhere else, apparently. If you've ever seen or played Mario Odyssey, Mario is surrounded by normal-sized people, and he's very short. Yeah, you would assume you'd be able to change it anywhere else, but, you know. I got my asynchronous suit, which is kind of cool. And then you got the Canon P7, which is like my clothes when I was stuck. And I got this one. I think my expedition gear is like my... Oh, I mean, this one's pretty cool, though. It's kind of neat. S-Edge clothes. But I think the expedition gear I'm the most proud of that one because I actually had to work pretty hard to get that one. Well, I say pretty hard. It wasn't that difficult to do it. But what does this one look from behind? There's like a big numbers in the back. I got my jammies. Yeah, this one kind of looks like Matrix clothes. Combined with the music, like the ambient music. Jesse is the Matrix. Maybe that's what they were going for. But yeah, Expedition Gear is dope. I had one that might have been a code that came with the physical disc with like a half-shaved head. Interesting. I wonder, since I have the Ultimate Edition, if I get that one. Obviously, I didn't have any codes because, you know, I just didn't. But alright, get my assets. That's a new one. Shifting fragment. Well, if it was, I didn't have it, so. What? Okay, so yeah, there is an area I have to hit up here. Pierce. What does that do? Damage while aiming? Yeah, it's okay. I don't care about that anymore. Because I just have a straight damage boost. That's actually higher. PS exclusive Astral Dive suit. Ah, I see. I see, said the blind man. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me. I'm gonna have to check all this stuff off. Check all this stuff off stream, because there's a lot of cutscenes and videos and recordings that I'm sure are very important to the lore.
For every altered item or object with power with an audio-related effect. I'll send a team to contact Langston and get that information, sir. If yes, why? What do we tell him?
I mean, finding her old neighborhood is a pretty big deal, right? Seeing what Ordinary looked like, seeing what the dump looked like, they rebuilt it. It's kind of important. And then there was a bunch of recordings talking with her talking to her psychiatrist. All right, let's hear what Pope has to say.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable. I'll take care of it.
That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Mr. Tomasi.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, "Not quite, Professor," and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench?
I did play Until Dawn. Yeah, they got a similar look. I think the animations were a bit more pained on that game. Especially like Rami Malek, his face is kind of like weird and like there's glassy eye a thing going on in Until Dawn that kind of looks strange.
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely hiss, but
He's definitely
his
hiss.
chanting made that pretty obvious.
Definitely.
Well, interestingly, the words of the hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want.
Baby.
The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other his I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities.
At least she admits
I
that
get
they're
the sense
crazy.
that they're not very usual around here. Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier.
I can
I
break
like the sound of
concrete by
that.
walking really fast.
I should get going.
If I
Don't let me
dash
hold
by
you.
concrete, the entire wall disintegrates. Can I talk to Marshall again? I haven't seen Marshall in a while. Is she available, or is she even a thing anymore? She just gone? She hiding somewhere? Anything new in here? Does this change? No, I guess not. I got all these tokens. I guess if I ever want to fish for mods, I can do more jukebox runs, I suppose. Let me go talk to Dylan and see if he has anything new to say. Dar, I'm going to show you where Dylan is. He's inside his glass cage. Remember I mentioned the glass box? This is where he lives now, inside a glass box.
Happiness comes with white pearls, the yellow red in the eye, through a mirror the inverted is made right. Leave your inside by the door, push the fingers through the surface into the light. You lost everything. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you train. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. This happens more and more now. You give us permission and regulation. We wait in the stands. Hardly describes this as redacted. Repeat the word, the name of the sound. It resonates in your house.
Bye.
After the song,
Okay. Very well. I'm gonna go talk to the janitor real quick. See if he has any more. There was a article about that. Like they gave him breakfast and he didn't eat it, and then they gave him lunch and he ate some of it, but then like he threw the tray at somebody or something. There was a thing I read about that. He got mad and acted the fool, so to speak. Ventilation? Yeah, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, let's try going there. And then he asked to watch TV. According to the log, he asked to watch TV, and the first time they let him, but the second time they didn't because he was acting bad. There's a whole thing. All right, Auntie, what you got for me? Ooh, a new thing. What a mess. Even more mold.
More of it. This thing is completely leaving from the mitten. Perkele. Saatana. Helvetin helvetti. Oma tulossa ja tällaista paskaa.
Okay. Cool. At least he has a job for me. It's in the coolant pumps. Okay. It does look strangely detached from the rest of his scalp. That is true. A la masca turra burruca. And then I guess I should hit up what's his face? Weird Langston Hughes. I think we'll go ahead and call it after this. Tomorrow, we've got people coming over for the Lunar New Year celebration. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. So I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. Just throwing that out there. And I probably shouldn't. Just because,
Hi there, man. How's the fridge repair coming along?
Fridge repair? Just because, I've been streaming a lot this weekend, so probably make a good sense. If I do stream something, it probably won't be Control. In other words, we'll just put it that way. Take a break.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here.
From the game.
Like always.
Did Marshall really just disappear? Like, really? Nowhere else to go? Okay, I mean, I remember she came to Central Executive. I remember seeing her there. And I just haven't seen her since. Yeah, at this point it's like, yeah, it's for real. Like, how many days have passed? Yeah, I think I should be calling it a night for now. It is past midnight where I'm at, so a little bit of sleep wouldn't hurt nobody. No butter. So really, most of the stuff that's still locked is past the ashtray maze, it seems like. I can't do that quite yet, I guess, until I find the slide machine or whatever it's called. Yeah, I was just trying to find more side missions. I want to do a bunch more of those because I'm at that level, and I also need to get more materials, and I want to like fill out this crap. So it looks like I have a handful of things. I got the dark place, which I guess is part. This is the main story stuff. I gotta find this dude, and I gotta do the mold. Oh, the lady under the ground. Let's go talk to her real quick. Just to make sure. Is she in research? She is. Active threshold. Since I cleared a mission chapter, so I may as well go down there. Trove an abbot in the morning. Sure, there's a lot of secrets to be found.
Director?
I have come to visit you. Anything new? Apparently not. Okay, bye.
Underhill gave you the new pill, right?
Okay. I think we have done everything we can. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Thank you for the spirited discussion. That was a lot of fun. We went nuts today. This is going to be one of the wilder streams. It was for sure. But yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. It was good. Good talk. Need more of these. Doing these streams helps me to feel a bit more normal. Cause you know things are they're just not normal. But being able to talk with friends, even if it's just me talking, you know, I have my wife here. Well, she's sleeping right now, but having her here and having you guys discuss with me, it's been fun. So greatly appreciate it. I should probably try to raid somebody just to be nice. So come on, 2020. Yeah, man, no kidding. Golly. Like, I hate that's actually going to be the thing, but yeah. Let me see if anybody's streaming. DJ Kodak. Oh, my friend Froyukin is streaming. Froyukin also has a PS5. It does kind of feel that way. Although I have hope for the vaccine. The vaccine is really what I'm hanging on to for this year. Yeah, her eyes are kind of weird, man. I noticed that. I was playing around with a photo mode. Let me see if I can do a photo mode thing real quick. And you can like take some pretty cool, like you can like move the camera around. I posted a photo on my Twitter that I got from here. You can do like crazy stuff with it. Oops. Take some dramatic shots. And then change the field of view a bit. Change the focal distance, and then if you change the aperture, you can like move where the focal distance is for the camera. Like get a little bit. Let me get a little bit. I'm not focusing enough on her. We want to blur the background. There we go. Because she is the subject. And you got filters. Hiss neutral. You can hide the player. I don't know what camera speed does. I guess it changes how long it takes for it to expose or whatever. Or how long it takes to move. Yeah, I guess it's how fast it moves. But yeah, it's pretty neat. You can move. Let me slow this camera down. Holy crap. A bit more. But I appreciate that they give you all these options. It's pretty neat. Let me... Yeah, this seems to be in a lot of games. Even Cyberpunk has a photo mode. I played around with that one too. For a little bit. And... take a screenshot. Okay, there we go. But yeah, anyway, go ahead and call it for tonight. And like I said, if I go live, I will. We'll hit up my friend Froyukin. He's streaming to nobody right now, so if you're not planning on going to bed right away, you know, hang out with Fro for a bit. He's a cool guy. Night, Dad. He's playing Spider-Man right now on PS5. He was the one I mentioned that got lucky with his PlayStation 5 because his wife bought it on Fingerhut. I may have mentioned that story before. But he's a cool guy, and he usually stays up late, so we'll hit him up. Unless you stop playing. Oh no, don't tell me you stopped playing, bro. Okay, cool. And I'll see you guys later, alright? Good luck, good night. Good luck, good night, good evening, and good sleep. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.